All right, we're back with Distilled the Bourbon podcast. We're in the turret with special guest Gary Harrelson. Gary, glad you're still here.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to do a short pour, Gary, which is where we take a single bottle. We're going to test the nose. We're going to try the taste and see if that value is something we're interested in, to see if we're going to buy a bottle, buy a pour, or leave it on the shelf. And today, Aaron, what are we tasting?
So we've got a Whiskey Thief Distilling Company. This one was on the Bourbon Limited.
Yeah, it's a membership, subscription. Yeah.
Sweet. So this one is 70. Give me a second.
So Whiskey Thief is I love the story. It's outside of Frankfort, Kentucky. It's basically in a valley on a farm. And when you go there, they don't have barrels. Well, they have in the gift shop. They have some barrels, but when you taste it, there are open barrels on the floor, and they take a copper thief and
literally straight from the barrel. Cast strength. They're very explicit about what the mash bill is. So I think the last time that I tasted there were 5 barrels, 4 bourbons, 1 rye, all cast strength. So it's going to be somewhere in the 115 to 125 proof. And they pour it into your little tasting glass. It's I don't know of any other experience quite like that on the bourbon trail.
Brian, have you ever been there?
No, I've never been there, but there is one experience I've been to that's very similar. Jay Manley, and you said 10 barrels. There's probably 50 barrels or 100 barrels there to choose from. So it's a very different experience, and they're not walking around like seeing how much you pour. It's very different.
Absolute different experience.
It is.
Gary, have you ever had Whiskey Thief before?
Never had it. The color looks beautiful, though.
It does look beautiful, and I'm ready to try a little nose here.
So this one we're drinking is 123.6 proof, 78 corn, 13 rye, and 9 malted barley.
Mm-hmm. Not a lot on the nose for me.
No,
I'm trying to figure out what it is. It's almost like cinnamon and raisins or something.
Okay,
you know?
yeah.
Oh, raisins.
Look at that, man.
Come
This guy
on,
knows what he's talking about.
Right?
Oh, that's different. A little bit of ethanol for me, but like a good amount of it. It's like the perfect amount.
Oh, it's high proof.
Yeah.
Yep, you can taste that proof.
Yes.
The color, like you said, is beautiful.
Well, you're a high proof guy. You liking this one?
I don't know. There's a hotness about this one that I'm not a huge fan of. Yeah. It's almost too hot.
It's probably the hottest one I've had tonight.
Yeah.
Is there a little cinnamon there for anybody else?
So for me, I get all the heat up front.
That's it.
That's all I get is the heat. On the back end, I get the typical cinnamon, caramel, vanilla on the back. Yeah. So the front was not very good at all. But once I swallowed it and switched it around, much better.
Chuck, you probably have more experience than the rest of us at the Whiskey Thief. What do you think here?
Well, first of all, I don't know how widely distributed this is at all. Is it even available from a wholesaler?
Probably not, no.
What I really want us to do is to go to Frankfurt and go out to Whiskey Thief and see Walter Zausch video the entire experience. To me, it's one of the most singular experiences I've ever had at a distillery.
Wow. That's a lot from Chuck Stinnett.
I may be completely wrong, but is Whiskey Thief the one that does Kentucky Ace and Indiana Ace? And is that a...
It doesn't sound right.
No, a different group.
I don't think so.
They used to be known as three
farm
boys.
Yeah.
Three farm boys. They changed hands. They changed names. And because of what the experience is, that you actually thief out of a barrel.
Good Times.
Whiskey Thief.
The Good Times.
That's out of Louisville.
That's out of Louisville.
Yes.
Sorry. Completely different spot. Sorry.
So, Chuck, unique experience. Something you would love to do again. Sounds like another episode coming pretty soon.
Let's go on the road.
Let's
Boys,
hit the road.
Let's step on the gas and wipe that tear away.
Can Gary come with us though? He hit the raisins on that.
All right,
the brisket and I'll bring the bourbon.
There you go. It's a party.
So this bottle is a special bottle because it's bourbon limited. It's a little more expensive. You're probably talking with shipping and this comes with this size bottle plus a little small bottle, $230. So value is a little up there.
It's not inexpensive. To be sure, if you go to the distillery, you can get like a $375. So now you're talking a $120 bottle. It's a whole different cat in terms of an experience.
It's more about the experience. Well, I would say it's about the bourbon too, but the experience is really what you're paying for.
It's a lot about the experience.
What's the age on it?
You can find. I wasn't looking at this particular bottle. They're very explicit in telling you exactly when you're tasting it. Here's the mash bill. Here's the age.
9 years.
Yeah, this is a 9-year.
Oh, really? Wow.
So, all right, here's the big question. Do you buy a bottle? Do you buy a pour? Do you leave it on the shelf?
I'm letting Gary buy this one for me.
I'm
letting Gary. No, actually, no. I'm not a fan of it for $200 or even at $80. I wouldn't buy it.
Chuck, what do you think?
I have to agree with Brian. This is not my favorite Whiskey Thief.
Yeah. Gary?
That's one of the things that I learned from you guys, actually, is there are a lot of good bourbons out there that are under $40-$50. I think there's some I would put up against this, but I don't think I could pay $200 for it either. I mean, there's a lot. If I'm going to spend that kind of money, it's going to be for something else.
And that's why you need to subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, and send us a message on Facebook. Let us know what you want us to taste. Aaron?
I hate to join with everybody else, but it's just not for me.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm the sucker that bought the bottle, and everybody can now be edified based on my experience.
But with the good thing about Whiskey Thief is they're all single barrels.
Yeah.
So we can go down tomorrow. We could find a bottle that we would absolutely love.
I'm totally a fan of the label.
Against Whiskey Thief. It's just this particular bottle we're not a fan of.
Let's go there, boys. I've been saying for more than a year, let's go there and have that experience.
Yeah, that's a lesson I learned, actually, because I went to a distillery back in April and I tasted their single barrel, and it was amazing. I had that Blanton's experience like I talked about earlier, but when I bought my other bottles and got them home, it's like, it didn't taste the same. So... But yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
All right. Well, Whiskey Thief will be back in the turret sometime in the future, I'm sure. We have all had good use from there, but maybe not this bottle, maybe not from this barrel.
Let's take the turret to Whiskey Thief.
There you go.
I got a question for you, though, actually.
Yeah.
So do you think if you let that stay open for about 2 or 3, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, do you think it would taste any different to you?
Well, I thought you were going to say like 30 minutes. Yes, I think it would change. I absolutely think it would change. In fact, we have had a guest who suggested that with any whiskey, if you're going to try it neat, leave it open for 15 or 20 minutes, not unlike like red wine. Let it breathe.
Yeah.
Drop an ice cube in it, you're going to get a completely different experience.
I agree completely. My problem is I open the bottle and I just don't want to leave it alone. I'm afraid it'll get lonesome.
And with that stunning news, please drink responsibly.